The Bryan County Patriot is on location in Marshall County today. We've crossed the river because there's an interesting vote coming up, and it's something that actually Grant Speaks and I've been talking about for a while. Grant Speaks with Pointe Vista, who is visiting with me right now in front of the Marshall County Courthouse, where early voting will take place for the Pointe Vista TIF and how that's going to be allocated. We'll talk about early voting in just a moment. Right now, Grant, I wanted to go over some things that I've heard, and I want to give you an opportunity to, address some issues, some questions maybe that people have had, or maybe just some statements that have been made. So let's talk about that right now. For the Pointe Vista TIF, is this something that is going to increase taxes in Marshall County for Marshall County residents?
Great question. We get asked that a lot. There's a lot of misinformation out there, but the TIF does not raise taxes for anybody outside of the Pointe Vista project area. The Pointe Vista project area is the only area that collects taxes and will see any difference in their tax rate.
All right. Now, I know that there's going to be a Hard Rock Hotel that's going to be built there in that area, which is really kind of cool for, not just Marshall County and Bryan County. I think all of southern and southeastern Oklahoma to get to have something like that in this area. That's neat. Are the TIF funds going to help build that Hard Rock Hotel?
No, the TIF funds are not going to build the Hard Rock Hotel. The TIF funds are specifically allocated for infrastructure items. So they go for important things like the $60 million water treatment plant, the $15 million wastewater treatment plant, roads, etc. And every month when we go ahead and request funds from the TIF through the county administrator here at the courthouse, we have to specifically request funds that are allocated in the project plan for projects that are allocated and identified in the project plan. So we can't use them for anything that's not on there.
Okay, now you said project plan. I want to follow that up really quickly. Can the people see what's in the project plan, go online?
Yes, we have been completely transparent with everything that's going on with the TIF, and all of those documents can be found online at the Marshall County Commissioner's website. They've got it posted in their resolutions, and you can see all of the public information out there as well as the presentations we've made to the community.
Okay, now it's not raising taxes, but sometimes debt's incurred anyway. So is this going to be something for Marshall County residents? Is there going to be debt that's incurred or financial risk in this?
No, Pointe Vista is 100% on the hook for everything that happens. We go ahead and we take out the loans for the water treatment plant, wastewater treatment plant, etc., and then we're paid back from the TIF over a period of the next 25 years. So it's a long-term play for us, but we think it greatly benefits Marshall County because it doesn't raise anybody's taxes and it doesn't use any of the existing taxpayer funds.
Okay, I'm going to follow up another statement that you made there too. You're saying that it's benefiting Marshall County. Now is it something that benefits Marshall County or the community as a whole, or is it just something that really just benefits the Pointe Vista area?
It's going to benefit Marshall County as a whole, because not only do we have the specific project, but we also have the funds that go directly to the county. And there's over $280 million that go to the county so they can fund schools, police, EMS, and fire. And so they get to use those funds to greatly improve their current situation. They specifically identify what is important to them and how they want to use those funds. Pointe Vista has no control over that, and we want them to use them how they see fit.
Okay. Well, voting is coming up, and this is something that's now been taken to the people to decide what's going to be done. Of course, we're in front of the Marshall County Courthouse right now, and the election is set for Tuesday, November 18th, a couple of weeks after normal election day here in Oklahoma and the country as a whole, but middle of November. But there's early voting as well, and that can take place, well, right behind us here at the courthouse.
Yes, on November 13th and 14th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. People can go ahead and vote early here at the courthouse.
All right. Well, Grant, I think you've answered a lot of the questions that I might have about this. Hopefully he's been able to answer questions that you have. So if you are a Marshall County resident, please go ahead, take the time to, avail yourself obviously to the information, but then come out and vote on Tuesday, November 18th. Pointe Vista TIF is on the ballot then. For the Bryan County Patriot over here in Marshall County right now, I'm Joey McWilliams. God bless you, and thanks for watching.